There's a new poll out showing that one lawmaker polls higher than President Joe Biden and VP Kamala Harris. Can you guess who it is? Of course, it's Bernie Sanders. Now, I'm going to get to why I think this is because of the way this poll was conducted and other information that came out of this poll, but I'll get to that in a second here. But first here from Newsweek. A poll released Tuesday by The Economist/YouGov found that while 39% of respondents said they had either a somewhat or very unfavorable view of Sanders, 49% said they had a very or somewhat favorable view, giving him a net favorability rating of 10 points. Biden had a net favorability rating of 8 points due to 50% of respondents having a favorable view and another 42% having an unfavorable view of the president. Net favorability rating for Harris was 5 points, with 48% viewing her favorably and 43% viewing her unfavorably. Now, this really says a lot because after inauguration is when a president is the most popular. And even with Biden having that boost and Harris having that boost, Bernie Sanders outpolls them both. Now, I'm going to get to some other data in this poll. So it also shows Mitch McConnell very unpopular. But what I find really interesting is Joe Manchin showed a negative 11-point net favorability rating. So Manchin right now, they're calling him a moderate. He's a conservative as a Democrat. But he's somebody who is right now fighting against the $15 per hour. And this is somebody that the mainstream press often looks to as, oh, this is the middle of America. You know, you have the far left Democrats, the far right Republicans, and Joe Manchin's in the middle. That's not. If you look at the actual policies, Democrats and Republicans very similar on economic policy. There really isn't a whole lot of difference there. Joe Manchin, right in line. Both parties serving corporate interests in that sense when it comes to economic policy. The actual middle of the country is where Bernie Sanders is, because that is where the majority of people are. So when you look at polling on $15 per hour, in fact, let me show you in this same poll, 18 points net popular, making it more popular than everything Trump did in office and the most popular key legislative actions since Dodd-Frank a decade ago. So $15 an hour minimum wage is 18 points net popular. This should indicate at least partly why Bernie Sanders is the most popular lawmaker above Joe Biden and Kamala Harris, because he is the one leading the charge on $15 an hour, trying to get this in the COVID bill. Meanwhile, Biden and Harris, as the story I just did, basically, letting their hands go on this and saying, well, the parliamentarian said that it violates the Byrd rule, so we can't have it in the COVID relief bill. That's a BS excuse. If they actually wanted it, they could overrule. I did a video on this. They could overrule the parliamentarian. VP Kamala Harris can overrule the parliamentarian. That is also part of the process. At no point are Republicans stopped by a parliamentarian or anybody else. Did you see once during Trump's 4 years that Mitch McConnell, Trump wanted to get something done, but they couldn't do it because of whether it's, the Congressional Budget Office or the parliamentarian or the Byrd rule? That was never an obstacle for them. So Biden, Harris simply using that as an excuse right now to say that they can't put that in the COVID relief bill. But we're going to see that fight is still continuing. But it shows you at least partly why Bernie Sanders is so popular. And again, of course, also in addition to why he's just normally popular, as I've done many stories on, Bernie Sanders, this is from 2019, most popular senator. He consistently polls. In fact, this was the 11th poll in a row where Bernie Sanders polled at the top of the most popular senators list. So this is a guy who has a consistent record of actually fighting for people. They know that he stands up for them. They know that he doesn't take corporate money, that he fights on the side of people. So even if you, for whatever reason, don't agree with all of his positions or his policy prescriptions, you can understand that Bernie Sanders, you can tell his fight is genuine, that he actually cares about what he's fighting for, that he actually cares about people. So even if you don't agree with him, his ideology, you can understand that this is a guy who is popular because he actually means what he says and he fights for it. And $15 an hour, just another piece of that. So once again, pretty amazing to see Bernie Sanders at the top of this list, beating President Joe Biden and Kamala Harris.